Remember when typewriters were state-of-the-art? When chalkboards had yet to become smartboards? When text was found in a book and a tweet referred to a bird? Welcome to 21st Century Learning, where high school students use high-tech tools for everyday education.
Paper, pencil, gone. The days of writing with chalk, gone. The days of being able to access the internet and access digital streaming and access information at the snap of a finger is today's learning environment.
Just as students in Decatur Public Schools have changed over the years, the city itself has evolved. The downtown district has experienced a rebirth in its flourishing with specialty shops, unique living spaces and offices, restaurants, theaters, and galleries. Manufacturing giants Archer Daniels Midland, Caterpillar, and Tate & Lyle call Decatur home, along with two excellent hospitals, Decatur Memorial and St. Mary's. More than 2,000 acres of parks, and Lake Decatur with 32 miles of shoreline. Festivals, including the Decatur Celebration and the Farm Progress Show, are all community favorites. Millikan University and Richland Community College attract thousands of students to continuing education, and Decatur Public Schools offer younger learners a challenging curriculum and innovative learning opportunities. For years, the district has worked hard to maintain the right environment for a quality education. But with two high schools at the half-century mark and a technical academy housed in a former bottling plant, that charge is becoming increasingly difficult.
I mean, when a building becomes 50 years old, it's just like your house. When that window becomes 50 years old, you understand that it's probably at the end of its life.
The rusting you see is coming from the inside out, like a car would be rusting. So you can put all the paint you want on the face of it, but eventually it's going to pop through again.
When you again have buildings that are at the age that our buildings are, even during minor adjustments and minor repairs is extremely costly.
And so the district has reached a facility crossroads. In order to maintain and build upon the quality of education we've come to expect, critical decisions must be made about the future of our high school buildings and tech academy.
Our school is kind of breaking down very slowly. The auditorium, where you have the stairs, they're really old and they're coming apart and they're really broken.
You can feel it, when you have hundreds, if not thousands of people in the gym and you're walking up, you can feel the instability of the bleachers.
The flood occurred on the third floor and rained down onto the second floor, all the way down to the first floor. And it occurred over a period of time that no one knows how long it was running.
We do have power outages throughout our building because it just wasn't set up in the 1950s to deal with all the computers that we have running, LCD projectors, things like that.
People just didn't imagine the computer in 1950 when these buildings were designed and how it would be used in schools.
There are also serious issues with the plumbing, heating, and electrical systems at both high schools.
When you're sitting there and you're focused more on how cold you are, how hot you are, then it's hard to focus on your work or what your teacher's saying.
It's just impossible to get them to pay attention and do anything effective in a room when it's that hot and they're that uncomfortable.
As times change and studies and research show the environment does have an effect on the children and how much they learn and how well they learn.
High school safety measures have also changed in the last several years, with multiple entrances and secluded stairwells. Meeting safety standards is a challenge for the district.
You'll notice that when you come through this facility, you're open to go through the whole thing. There's no one here to stop you at the office. There's no internal vestibule here for a security check. So what we have is, or don't have, is what they call a post-Columbine entryway.
Cramped classrooms and storage areas continue to be a challenge at the high schools and the Tech Academy. Many of the high school science labs are so outdated they've become obsolete and are unable to accommodate present-day science experiments. Since February 2009, hundreds of parents and members of the community have worked together to create possible solutions to the district's facility challenges.
I think the task force has done a tremendous job in trying to make the public aware of what the issues are, where we are now, what needs to be done, what the future might be, and trying to put it together and getting input from the community as a whole.
It's been a lot of hard work, but it's really been fruitful, I think, in that we've had a good cross-section of people that have come to the meetings, and we've really been able to work together and narrow it down to the best possible options.
In September, the task force narrowed the options to 4. Remodel our existing facilities to become 2 state-of-the-art high school campuses and build a technical academy on a new site. Build 1 high school campus on a new site to help support growing academic requirements. The technical academy would be built on a separate site in the district. Remodel and expand Stephen Decatur Middle School to become a single high school campus and build a new technical academy on a separate site. Or do nothing.
Well, what we want to do in the next phase is get broader engagement from more parents and the community as far as our options that we're looking at, which are renovation as well as new construction.
The entire community is invited and encouraged to review the 4 options and provide feedback. Check the district website for upcoming open houses and meeting information.
Everybody has a voice at the table on what needs to be done, what they think needs to be done, and I think we'll come up with some great opportunities, or at least options for the best solution.
If you really want to know what's going on, attend the meetings.
When you get that first call from someone, they ask about the schools. They ask what is the quality of the schools? What kind of education will my children get? Where are the best schools?
The school's no different than the roads, the utilities, or anything in the community. It's what makes the community the community. I mean, it's the things that attract people to the community. It's the things that keep people.
We need to go through the steps that we've been going through and will go through, the visioning, the options, exploring options.
I think we are going to have the school district that everybody talks about and that people can be proud of that live in Decatur, Illinois.
It benefits small businesses, benefits restaurants, clothing stores, retailers, all types of businesses. So it's really an economic engine that helps drive the city.
The crisis and the need is now. And it has been there for a while, but it has developed to a point that we must do something.
Things always change. I mean, we can't go back. It can't be redone. So, yes, we had a wonderful past. Let's not forget about it. Let's commemorate it. Pictures, photos, whatever you want to do to keep track of it. But we have to go forward. And, it's time.
And yes, it's scary. Change is scary. But that doesn't mean that we have to give into that type of fear.
You know what? Somebody did it for us. And so why wouldn't we do that for somebody else, for the other generations coming along?